Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. अस्सलाम वालेकुम। घबराइएगा नहीं, ये डबल स्पेसिंग में है, लंबी स्पीच नहीं है। I think a lot has been said, great speeches, and what I felt was everything came from the heart. And this is a very special place. I think आप लोगों को जो experience है और जो education मिल रही है, values-based, mission-based experience, is something which is very rare. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in Pakistan. Certainly, I haven't seen it in England or in Dubai or in US. So, आप लोगों को जो students हैं, I think you have a great advantage that you're gonna get in being from an institution that focuses as much on your technical skills, knowledge, as much as on your life skills, but also values building and values development. ये जो है ये बहुत ज़्यादा important है. You're very blessed to be here. मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा pressure है because as I said, a lot has been said, and now I am here at the last to speak, and I wish I was there at the beginning, so the pressure was less on me. But nonetheless, I'll go ahead with that. But thank you very much, Dr. Jalal Sahiba, honorable vice principals, the teachers, the students, and the parents for inviting me to this memorable day of your life. This day emanates real zeal and optimism, for it marks the end of a certain phase of your life and beginning of a new phase, a phase of immense possibility. I congratulate the graduating class for your persistent efforts and for your commitment for getting this far. But before we go ahead, we should also pause to think, to thank and to acknowledge all those who have helped you achieve this milestone. This includes your teachers, of course your parents, but also the workers who keep your class clean, those who bring you to school, and those who keep you safe here in this premises. Every school has a version of a Baba or a Chowkidar or a PTI instructor whose contribution has allowed you to come this far. Always, wherever you get to, how successful you get to in your life, always pay heed to these silent contributors in your life. My success, no matter how individualistic it was because of all such people who contributed to me. And so a round of applause for all such people who helped me get this far. I went to a very different kind of school. It was a British missionary school. And when I started my kindergarten, it was 50 rupees. The fee was, it was a long time ago. And it was a reflection of simpler times. But in educational institutions, value is not in the rupees or the dollars, but really in the lifelong values and the lessons it instills on your minds and in your consciousness. In my case, my education was instrumental in making me, in crafting me who I am. It has taken me to great educational institutions like the London School of Economics or the Harvard University, and also as a Pakistani, from where I was born and where I ended up at Goldman Sachs, one of the leading investment banks in the world, to compete against the best in the world. And I believe that the education you're going to get here, the value system, the knowledge and everything you've gotten, the experiential learning, sets you up very well for this. It also has instilled in you a spirit of public service, just like you had the Impact Society. And also my education instilled in me a sense of public service that brought me back to Pakistan after living abroad for about 19 years as CEO of Aman Foundation, an organization of great and motivated members who are transforming lives in this great city of Karachi. As my education prepared me for my life, so will yours. Therefore, I will share with you 3 lessons from my school days. Just as I was sitting in your position, just like as I was, as it may help you handle failure or disappointment and contribute to your success. And of course, your success is the success of your family, of your community, and ultimately of Pakistan. Lesson number 1 is of self-reliance. When I was struggling, I was working very hard. It's like you're working very hard and you're not getting your good grades. I was in a Cambridge education system, and 1A was something everyone want to aspire, like A star. And I was not getting that, and I was working very hard. So one evening, I was studying in my room, and I remember the light bulb was over my head, and I was studying, and it was just like yesterday. My father walked in, and he asked me, "What are you studying?" And I said to him that I'm studying additional maths, and I know add maths is something which you also struggle with, because I struggled a lot with add maths, and I was studying at that time. So he took his chair, and he sat right next to me, and he started to draw a tree. So I was studying, and then I was looking at him making a tree. He took a piece of paper and made a tree. And then he turned to me, and he said, "Ahmad, you are like a growing tree. One day, you will stand tall. Regardless of the support network that you have in your life, you are the cause of success of your own life." We are saplings. We are just like young saplings, and are nourished by the teachers, by the caregivers, by the parents. But just like a tree has to grow, in order for us to stretch out towards the heavens, to reach higher, to be stronger, and to stretch wider, is all within ourselves. And we should know that God has given us all that we need to succeed. For He has given us 3 strengths for self-reliance, to realize our potential to succeed. First is your body, which is an instrument of great physical strength. And great physical strength. Second is your mind, which is an instrument of your intellect and ideas. And third, and lastly, is your soul, your spirit, which is the least valued yet the most powerful source of energy. The young gentleman over here talked about the storm that is within. Most people go through their lives unaware of the storm that is within their soul and their spirit. And it is great to know that an education that you have gotten over here has arisen that storm that I'm talking about, the energy of the soul, the power of the soul. I certainly became aware of it much later on in my life. So you have learned it much earlier. And for that you have to credit the school, the teachers, and of course your parents. The most valuable soul or source of your power is the soul that can shape your life and your energy. So you are the captain of your ship, the master of all these 3 things. Where your life goes, what happens is in your hands. Lesson number 2 is of equality of opportunity for all. Back then in 1980s and 90s, my school comprised of students from different ethnicities, different economic strata, a much more diverse student body. One day, just like you have the tables over here, you have small tables, you sit there and you have someone else sitting in one month and another person sitting the other month. One day you have the son of the Senate chairman who would be sitting right next to you, who would be coming to the school in those days in the intercooler Prado that came in early those days, so that was a big thing. And the next day you'll be sitting to someone who comes to school on a bicycle. So thinking about the different modes of transportation, like most I had a car and I had a person to drop me at school. But I had 2 friends in my class who traveled on a bicycle, either riding themselves or by their father, navigating the treacherous traffic and the dirt and the humidity of a hot summer. I thought to myself, am I not privileged? Am I not advantaged to have the benefit of the car which takes me around without a hint of fatigue and not drained by the heat and the humidity before my classes? I would think to myself, until I realized I was mistaken. And that realization came on a hot Sunday morning as we were all boys school, and I'm very pleased to know you have got a great facility and you're very passionate about sports. We had Sunday sports in which all of us ferociously competed under the banner of the Jinnah House, Iqbal House, Liaquat House, and Burn House. I had been practicing intensively for long and was confident of my prospects in the 1500 meter race. The gun blazed from the hands of the PT instructor and we shot off the mark. I ran the best race that I could. I ran and I finished, puffing and panting, but I could only take the third spot. I was running against two friends, Irfan Williams and Andre Godino. Only twice I saw them in the entire race, the 1500 meter race. At the beginning when they speeded ahead, and then at the finish line when they were briskly jaunting across while I was rolling on the floor in fatigue. I was exhausted. Same fate awaited me in the 4.2 kilometer cross-country race. I went a big school and we went around the school once, and Irfan Williams was again first, Andre Godino second, Ahmad Jalal third, and despite my coming third, they were far, far ahead of me. I did not stand a chance. These were the very two same friends, Irfan and Andrew, who used to cycle to school. And every day, while I traveled in the comfort of my car, all this time, I thought that I had the advantage. But when it came to sports, their circumstances gave them a unique edge. Lesson number 3 is about becoming al-muttaqeen, or those who embrace taqwa. The word taqwa or its derivatives are mentioned more than 250 times in our holy book, the Quran. It is one of the most important principles that we must embrace for our lives. It is very simply put, doing good and self-restraint due to consciousness, biasness, fear and love of Allah. Indeed, God is with those who fear Him and those who do good. Taqwa inspires us humans to do good, be on the righteous path in spite of the urges and the wayward pulls of the material world, in fear of God, in love of God, and having consciousness of God. These good deeds earn us Allah ki raza, to be on the side of God, to be on the side of, and to be closer to God. In addition to this message of doing good, there is a deeper hidden meaning of taqwa, which is equality of all in the eyes of Allah. Because your status, as per taqwa, is not dependent upon your lineage, your fiqh, your family or your wealth. It is only dependent on your deeds. All have an equal opportunity to earn the Allah ki raza. If that is the case, then it must also be true that God willing, it is within us, our resources of the body, of the mind and the spirit, to do the good deeds and earn the pleasure of God. We are made self-reliant and not dependent on other worldly things for the chance to earn a higher place in front of Him. So when we progress through your career, when you progress through your career, the principles of our religion, for example, taqwa, in fact underpins the valuable lesson, the lesson number 1 of my life of self-reliance, lesson number 2 of equality of opportunity. The deeper meaning of taqwa in fact illustrates that to earn a higher place in your religious life, in your spiritual life, is the same that will give you success in your material and in your professional spheres. The religious and the spiritual are in fact not different from the material and the professional. They are in fact intertwined and as one. So I hope that these lessons that I've shared with you as you progress through your life and contribute towards the journey and the progress of humanity from one generation to the next, forever upwards, forever onwards, yesterday because of me, tomorrow because of you. Aim to excel at whatever you do, whether you're using your mind to solve an maths problem or running ferociously to get a position in the 1500 meter race. Each one of you is unique, have a distinctive life, and if you take responsibility, act with self-reliance, leverage your unique circumstances, then God will help you succeed. I welcome you to embrace your life, as we have only one life, we have only one family, and we have only one country. The biggest encouragement and the compliment the class of 2017 I can give you is that although I'm very successful and I have worked very hard for it, I worked really hard even this year. Even now I put in all-nighters to get the work done, and regularly I can put in 4 to 5 all-nighters in a year because of my work. So I have really worked hard to get here. But I would give anything to be in your position. Having achieved everything, I am willing to give up everything to be in your position where you are now, to have that runway ahead of me, to have the freshness of the mind, to have the ability to take risks, to have the freedom to make mistakes, to learn, and yes, to have the runway to be able to recover from them. So God bless you all, the students of Generation School. God bless all the parents, the teachers, the administrators, for all those and all those who support your work. God bless Pakistan, and thank you very much.